Good afternoon, Your Honor. This is Ricardo Morales, Spanish interpreter. I have been previously sworn.
Good afternoon. There are parties who need the interpreter appearing from the jail. All right.
Ready to proceed, Your Honor.
Okay. First case, 2023 CF 1459, Ludwin Debon Erezo.
PD appointed.
Primer caso 23 CF 1459, Ludwin Dubán Erezo.
He's just approaching.
Good afternoon, sir. State your name and your date of birth for the record.
Buenas tardes, caballero. Indique por favor su nombre y apellido para que conste en actas. Ludwin Dubán Erezo.
Your date of birth, sir?
Fecha de nacimiento. June 1st, 95.
Sir, you were picked up on charge of battery by strangulation.
Señor, usted fue puesto bajo arresto por una acusación de agresión física por estrangulamiento.
Court finds probable cause.
Determinamos que hay suficiente indicio de criminalidad.
Defendant does not qualify for PTR due to immigration status.
El acusado no reúne los requisitos para libertad provisional debido al estatus migratorio.
Court still sets the bond at $2,500.
Se fija la fianza en $2,500.
Defendant will have no contact with Kenzie Odina Gonzalez Paz.
El acusado no podrá tener contacto con Hensi Odina González Paz.
And I believe defendant owns the house and the victim went to his house, so I won't put the no return on it.
Me parece que el acusado tiene un hogar y la víctima no se encuentra en el hogar, así que no impondré regresar acompañado por oficiales por una sola ocasión.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Next court date on demand.
2023 CF 1460, Nahum Adonis Figueroa Gill.
PD appointed.
Próximo caso 13F 1460, Mejún Adel Figueroa.
Good afternoon, sir. State your name and date of birth for the record.
Buenas tardes, caballero. Por favor, indique su nombre y fecha de nacimiento para el acta.
Naum Figueroa, 1922 de 1992.
Mejún Figueroa, September 22nd, 92.
Sir, you've been picked up on aggravated assault with a deadly weapon without intent to kill.
Señor, usted fue puesto bajo arresto por agresión física agravada con un arma mortífera sin intención de matar.
And battery, touch, or strike.
Y agresión física, tocar o golpear.
Court finds probable cause.
Determinamos que hay suficiente indicio de criminalidad.
A defendant does not qualify for PTR due to medical concerns and immigration status.
El acusado no cualifica para libertad provisional debido a razones médicas y debido a estatus migratorio.
Court's going to set first bond for the first charge at $5,000.
Se fija la fianza por la primera acusación en $5,000
and $500 for battery, touch, or strike.
y $500 por agresión física, tocar o golpear.
Defendant shall not return to 1314 Santa Rosa Drive.
El acusado no podrá regresar al 1314 Santa Rosa Drive
And have no contact with Yorgli Gonzalez.
y no podrá tener ningún tipo de contacto con Lorly González
And no firearms or weapons.
y no puede poseer armas ni armas de fuego.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Next court date on demand.
Next case. All right. Timothy Cox. This case number 202-324-1158. Okay. Mr. Interpreter, can you make an announcement to see if anybody else needs the services of the interpreter?
Certainly, Your Honor.
Okay.
Have them for that.
What are the names, counsel?
Silverio Batista Gomez,
He's,
and the other one is Richard Perez Colon.
they're right after. It's Bautista's first, and then Perez is right after him.
State your name for the record and date of birth, sir.
Que su nombre.
Oh, wait.
Sorry.
Let him know that you don't need him for this one.
Mr. Interpreter, I don't need you for this particular one, but I want you to hang around because we have two more after.
Got it, Your Honor. My apologies.
No problem. Sir, go ahead and state your name and date of birth.
Timothy Cox, January 14th, 1964.
Okay. Sir, you've been picked up on out-of-county warrant out of Volusia County. No bond. I'm trying to see. Thank you. All right, Mr. Interpreter, we need you for these two cases.
Ready, Your Honor?
All right. Case number 2016 CT 002713. State of Florida versus Silverio Batista Gomez.
PD appointed.
Próximo caso, 2016 CT 002713, Florida versus Silverio Batista Gómez.
Sir, go ahead and state your name and date of birth for the record.
Señor, por favor, indique su nombre y fecha de nacimiento para el acta.
Silverio Bautista Gómez, 6/20/86.
All right, sir.
Silverio Batista Gómez, June 20th, 86.
Sir, you've been picked up for a failure to appear.
Señor, usted fue puesto bajo arresto por incomparecencia.
All right. No bond.
No habrá fianza.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Next court date, May 25th, in courtroom 4A at 8:05 a.m.
Próxima fecha de audiencia, mayo 4, en el salón 4A, 8:05 de la mañana.
2022 MM2560. And it's Richard Perez Colon. He has two cases. And, okay, I'll just do them separately. State your name and date of birth for the record, sir.
Señor, por favor, indique su nombre y fecha de nacimiento para que conste en el acta.
Mi nombre es Richard Pérez Colón y la fecha es 07/30/1997.
Richard Perez Colon, date of birth, July 30th, 97.
Sir, you've been picked up on a violation of probation.
Señor, usted fue puesto bajo arresto por incumplimiento de su probatoria.
No bond.
No hay fianza.
You have a second case, 2021 CF 1036.
Tiene un segundo caso, número 21 CF 1036.
You've also been picked up for a violation of probation. No bond.
Se le puso bajo arresto por incumplimiento de probatoria. No fianza.
Thank you, sir.
Gracias, señor.
Next court date for 22 MM 2560, May 25th, in courtroom 4A at 8:05 a.m. And for 2021 CF 1036, next court date, May 22nd, in courtroom 5A at 8:45 a.m.
I believe that's it, Mr. Interpreter.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Jason Joseph Russell. Good afternoon, sir. State your name and date of birth for the record.
It's Jason Joseph Russell, 6/22/1979.
Okay, sir, you've been picked up on an out-of-county warrant out of Pinellas County, Florida. And there's a bond amount of $2,013. Sir, if you can pay that bond, do so. If not, then we'll let them know that you are ready for pickup. All right. Thank you, sir. (2021-000796) CFBXX with Kinsley Burtis.
Just approaching.
Good afternoon, sir. State your name and date of birth for the record.
Wilkinsley Vertis 10-1802.
Sir, you've been picked up on an out-of-county warrant out of Palm Beach County, Florida. No bond. I think there's another case.
Yes, Judge.
2022-01-0183. Also an out-of-county warrant out of Palm Beach as well. Bond amount is $2,000. Sir, you can bond out. You can pay it. If not, we'll let them know you're ready for pickup. Although there's no bond in your first case, might want to consider that. All right, thank you. Okay. He won't go. Counsel? Can I hear? All right. 2022 CT 920.
Attorney of record is Robert Mandel.
Right.
I'm not sure if you was.
Joshua Taylor Maldonado. Good afternoon, sir. State your name and date of birth for the record.
Joshua Maldonado, December 27, 2002.
Mr. Maldonado, you're represented by private counsel, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you want me to roll it over to when your attorney is available? Or do you want? I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Is he not there?
Or do you, no, or do you want to proceed forward today?
Can we proceed forward, please?
Sir, you've been picked up on a failure to appear. No bond. Thank you, sir.
I have another question.
Go ahead with your question.
For the next court date, can you put it a little bit earlier? My wife's about to have the baby on Friday, and I was trying to see if I can get the court date a little sooner.
It depends on the judge who issued the warrant. Sir, you might want to try to talk with your attorney about it. See if there's anything. All right. Bye.
Next court date, May 25th in courtroom 4A at 8:05 a.m.
(2020) CF 2415. Pablo Javier Robles.
An application for this defendant.
No. Good afternoon, sir. State your name and date of birth for the record. He said? Sir, you were picked up for a violation of probation. No bond. Thank you, sir.
Next court date, May 23rd in courtroom 4F at 8:30 a.m.
2023 CT 000207. Amber May Roebuck.
PD appointed.
Good afternoon, ma'am. State your name and date of birth for the record. Go ahead and say that again at a normal volume. Okay, ma'am, you were picked up on a failure to appear. Bond is set at $1,000. If you can bond out, great. If not, then actually this is not a bench. This is not a out of county. Okay. Bond is set at $1,000.
Next
you.
court date, if still in jail, May 25th. If out, June 2nd, in courtroom 4A at 8:15 a.m.
Next case, 2023 CT 001723, Jennifer Beadley St. Herd. Good afternoon. Go ahead and state your name and date of birth for the record.
Jennifer St. Hurd, 10/24/2003.
Push. Right, so you were picked up on a failure to appear. Bond is set at $2,000.
Excuse me? Can I say something?
Go ahead.
I was supposed to speak, but it was a lot of misunderstanding because I had tried to call.
I can't hear you.
I say it was a misunderstanding because I had messed up the dates and I tried to call and left the voicemail to the court so I could try to reschedule it.
Okay, just so you're aware, ma'am, everything that you say is recorded and can be used against you. I still didn't hear your question. Say it again.
Oh, I said it was all misunderstanding because I got the dates mixed up, so therefore I thought it was yesterday, so I called yesterday to let the voicemail if I could reschedule anything, and you guys picked me up yesterday.
Okay, you're gonna have to discuss it with the judge who issued it. Okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Next court date, if still in jail, May 25th. If out, June 2nd, in courtroom 4A at 8:15 a.m.
All right, 2023 CF 1456, Kareem Bendaga.
PD appointed.
Bendaga. State your name and date of birth for the record, sir.
Kareem Bendaga, March 7th, 1968.
All right, sir, you were picked up on robbery, sudden snatching, aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, hindering witness communication with the law enforcement officer, petty theft, criminal mischief, possession and use of drug paraphernalia. Court finds probable cause. Defendant doesn't qualify for PTR due to the nature of the charge. First charge, bond is $25,000. Second charge, aggravated battery, is $3,500. Hindering communication with info to law enforcement officer is $10,000. Petty theft is $500. Criminal mischief is $250. Possession and use of drug paraphernalia is $500 for a total of $14,750. Oh, actually more than that. I'm not gonna do the math. Plus 25,000. Defendant is not to return to 3496 Polynesian Isle Boulevard. Defendant is not to have contact with Ayman Hamed Fayyad Abu Mayed. Mayedi. No alcohol, drugs, weapons, or firearms. Thank you, sir.
Next court date on demand.
Okay. 2023 MM 1155, Marquise Brown.
PD appointed.
Good afternoon, sir. State your name and date of birth for the record. Sir, you were picked up on theft, possession of a laundry cart. Court finds probable cause. Defendant does not qualify for PTR because the defendant is out on pretrial release. Bond is set at $500. Are we revoking? Defendant was out on PTR in case number 2023 CF 1452. So the court is not going to take any action. Mr. Brown, you need to behave. You were out on PTR. I'm not going to take any action this time because it looks like it was a shopping cart or a laundry cart. No talking. This is recorded. Anything that you say can be used against you in the court of law. I'm just telling you, court's not going to take any action. Thank you.
Next court date on demand.
Excuse me, Your Honor, if I may, is there probable cause and is there a bond amount for this case?
I did say
She stated at 500.
Stay at 500 and.
let me restate it, counsel. Court finds probable cause and the bond is $500.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. 2023 MM 1156, Bobby Bryson.
PD appointed.
He's just approaching.
Okay. Good afternoon, sir. State your name and date of birth for the record. Sir, you were picked up for battery, touch, or strike. Court finds probable cause. Defendant does not qualify for pretrial release. The court is unable to verify history. Bond is set at $500. Defendant is not to contact Polly Clark. Thank you, sir.
Next court date on demand.
Next case, 2023 CF 1458, Daniel Cepeda.
No application for this defendant.
He's in hospital.
Mr. Cepita's in the hospital, Your Honor.
Okay, so we're gonna be reset for Friday.
For when available.
Reset for when available.
Yes, Judge.
Next case, gonna be Elliot Davila, case number 2023 MM 1158.
PD appointed.
Good afternoon, sir. State your name and date of birth for the record. Sir, you were picked up on a battery, touch, or strike. Court finds probable cause. Defendant does qualify for pretrial release with a bond. Bond will be $1,000. Defendant will have no contact with Vanessa Cruz and no return to Knights Inn, although he can go back one time with law enforcement to retrieve his personal effects.
Your Honor, I just wanted to argue on his behalf and say he shares a child with the alleged victim. Is it possible that he could have a no hostile contact?
No, that can be determined later.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Next court date on demand.
This is the other one. Next case is going to be Kari Morosites, 2023 CF 1463.
PD appointed.
Good afternoon. State your name and date of birth for the record.
Carrie Marisites, 4783.
Ma'am, you were picked up on retail theft, 2 or more prior theft convictions. State, I don't see any affidavit where it references the other priors.
Yes, Your Honor, I do not have that information. Unfortunately, our system is down at this moment. Could I please ask this court for a reset to allow us to confirm that, or in the alternative, to find probable cause for the lesser included offense?
So the court finds probable cause for the theft, but not on the 2 priors. However, state, I'll give you 24 hours to try to correct that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Defendant shall not return to the Walmart located at 4400 13th Street in St. Cloud. Okay. I'm gonna wait to set bond.
So are we staying in it?
24-hour reset, she said.
But they have it at 1,000, so are we staying?
Is it on it?
No, 0
So you're-
until you reset.
Ready, Your Honor.
All right. 2023 MM 1161 and 2023 MM 1162. Yasvani Solano.
PD appointed.
He's in the back. He's coming out.
Okay. Good afternoon, sir. State your name and date of birth for the record.
Giovanni Solano, August 6, 1983.
Sir, there are two cases. In the first case, you were picked up on trespass after warning. Court finds probable cause. Defendant does not qualify for PTR due to other legal constraints and medical reasons. Bond will be $500. Defendant is not to return to Clean Laundry at 4002 West Vine Street. And on the second case that ends in 1162, sir, you were picked up on making threats to a law enforcement officer. Court finds probable cause. Defendant does not qualify for PTR due to other legal constraints and medical reasons. Bond will be $500. Same condition. Defendant is not to return to Clean Laundry located at 4002 West Vine Street. Thank you.
Next court date on demand.
Next case, 2023 MM 1163, Ashley Spence.
PD appointed.
Good afternoon, ma'am. State your name and date of birth for the record.
11/15/2001.
Ms. Spence, you were picked up on petty theft. The court finds probable cause. Defendant does qualify for direct PTR. The court will grant the PTR. Defendant shall not return to the Walmart located at 2855 Old Lake Wilson Road.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next court date on demand.
Next case, 2023 MM 1164, Huron Wakefield.
PD appointed.
Your Honor, Mr. Wakefield actually bonded out.
Okay. All right. All right. 2023 MM 1165, Gregory McCall.
PD appointed.
Good afternoon, sir. State your name and date of birth.
Gregory Alexander McCall, 01/20/1973.
There's no sheet here. Sir, you were picked up on resisting and obstructing without violence. Court finds probable cause. Court doesn't know if defendant qualifies for PTR as there's no sheet.
No, he's not. He's already incarcerated, Your Honor.
Okay. Defendant does not qualify for PTR due to prior legal constraints. Bond is $500. And that's it.
Next court date will be on demand.
to reset. Next case, two cases, 2023 MM 1139, 2023 CF 1444.
On this case, Your Honor, he was heard, this case was taken care of yesterday. He was put on bond with PTR and he refused PTR. So we just want to see what you want to do.
So,
Whether he stay on PTR or you take him off PTR.
so he's going to be on PTR, as that was my ruling yesterday.
Yes, ma'am.
Is he even there?
He's approaching now.
Okay. I don't see what my. Go ahead and state your name and date of birth for the record, sir. All right, sir, I already heard, issued my ruling yesterday. I think I issued a bond with pretrial release, and my ruling stands.
Yeah, I didn't understand the charges that it was a felony charge because due to the nature of the charge, I was actually innocent.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Due to the nature of the charge of me not even knowing the person that is attempting to issue these threats or assumptions on my life that I never met in my freaking life, and I just went to a nightclub, and I already had time served for something I never did. This charge that they served me, that you're issuing me the felony on, is actually added after I was arrested and brought in a day later to add on to my sentencing. And I don't even know why they did that because that's illegal.
All right, sir. Well, you'll get a chance to talk with the judge about all your things. My ruling stands. Pretrial release. Thank you, sir. All right. Did we miss anybody? Counsel?
Good morning, Your Honor. Jaime Sotomayor, certified federal interpreter, already sworn today. 1 second while I connect to the headset.
Thank you.
Sí.
We're connected, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. State your name, please.
Javier Estrada.
Javier Estrada.
Sí.
Mr. Estrada, you're here for initial appearance in case 2023 CF 6445. You've been arrested for possession of cocaine, tampering with evidence, and resisting an officer without violence. Bonds have been set at $1,000 on count 1, $1,000 on count 2, $500 on count 3. Excuse me? He is qualified, okay. State, you have any objection to pretrial release?
Objection.
Mr. Estrada, I'll release you on pretrial release with the condition that you not consume any alcohol or illegal drugs and that you be subject to random testing. From your application for the appointment of the public defender, it appears that you make too much money at this time to be appointed the public defender. Good luck, sir.
No, because he can't get the PD, yeah. So you have to hire your own attorney.
Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Juan Ramón Hernández. Hernández. Juan Ramón Hernández.
Sir, you're here for initial appearance in case 2021 CF 2531. You have been arrested pursuant to a warrant for 3 charges, those being soliciting or trafficking in cocaine greater than 28 grams, possession of fentanyl, and possession of cocaine with intent to sell within 1,000 feet of a school.
Your Honor, just so the court's aware, I believe this has been filed on at this time and only one count was filed on. We would just ask that the bonds for the other ones be deleted.
What charge was filed on?
Let me pull that back up, Your Honor. I apologize. I believe it was count one, but let me confirm.
Yes, Your Honor, only the trafficking was filed.
All right, so I'm gonna, that bond will be set at $250,000. You'll be ROR'd on counts 2 and counts 3. And I will appoint the public defender to represent you. And also, there's an order, no weapons on the warrant. Good luck. And that's all we have. Thank you, Mr. Interpreter.
You're welcome, Your Honor. Have a good day.
You too.
So I don't lose track of the arraignment.
Got a David Frederick. I'm sorry, those are the arraignments. Okay. Oh, we're gonna get sorted out here.
I'm gonna do that if we have to get up.
Okay, so Mr. Lafferty's behavior, the Office of the Public Defender was previously appointed, will enter a plea of not guilty and set for the pretrial Division 62.
Yes, Your Honor.
Unless for some reason you think if we resub him tomorrow, you think it may resolve. He's got 19 days in.
Your Honor, there is an offer of adjudication of guilt 30 days for this case and his other case. We're fine. We can waive his appearance and set it downtown.
And that's got
Division 62 is going to be June 8th at 1:30. And then the other case is Division 81, and it's going to be June 16th at 9 o'clock in courtroom 6B.
Let's go ahead and let's reassign the Division 62 case to the lower case number.
And would that make both dates June 8th?
Yeah.
June 8th or June?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll just reassign.
I don't know which one was the
2898 to Division 81, so they'll both be heard at the same time.
So wouldn't that be the June 16th date?
June 16th.
Division 81 is June 16th? Correct, you're correct.
Thank you.
What was the reason again? I'm sorry. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Junior Louis.
Mr. Lewis, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for criminal mischief, attempted criminal mischief, and trespass on property after warning. Okay. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case. Bonds have been set at $500 on each of the 3 counts for a total of $1,500. In addition, I'm going to order. No.
I don't have that kind of money. I would rather get deportation in my case.
You may get.
Yeah.
You may get lucky. I don't know.
Be in America no more.
So, in addition to the bonds, I'm going to order that you not return to the scene, 7344 Country Run Parkway. No contact with the victim. I'll take no action on the out on bond.
So how much is my bond?
And I'll appoint the public defender.
To the whole thing?
You'd have to talk to the bondsman. A bondsman usually does 10%. They might do it for 200 or 100 to talk to them, okay? Good luck with everything.
Morning, sir. Your name, please? What's your name, please?
Ryan Peterson.
Mr. Peterson, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a city ordinance violation of disorderly conduct.
And Your Honor, there is an offer to resolve his case of an adjudication of guilt, credit for time served.
Do you wish to get the matter resolved?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Just sign here.
All right, Mr. Peterson, I'm be handed a plea form indicating you wish to plead no contest to the city ordinance violation, disorderly conduct, be adjudicated guilty, given credit for the 2 days you've served in jail. I'll take no action on the case that you're out on ROR on, and I'll give you time to get the cost paid. Is that your understanding, and is that what you want to do?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Holding up the plea form has your name at the top. Is that your signature at the bottom?
Yes, Your Honor.
To the city ordinance violation, disorderly conduct, how do you plead?
No contest?
I'll accept no contest. I'll adjudicate you guilty, give you credit for 2 days. I'll give you 350 days to get the cost paid. You have 30 days to appeal. I'll take no action on the out on ROR. So you'll be processed and released on this case today. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck with everything.
No. Not on those, please. Good morning, or good morning, sir. Your name, please? Mr. Taylor, you're here for initial appearance. You were arrested for a city ordinance violation, urinating in public.
And Your Honor, there's an offer of an adjudication of guilt, credit for time served on this one. Did Ms. George go over that offer with you in the back? Did you want to take that today?
Yeah.
And Your Honor, that offer has been conveyed by my co-counsel, and he would like to resolve it.
Okay. All right, Mr. Taylor, I'm being handed a plea form indicating you wish to plead no contest to the city ordinance violation. Be adjudicated guilty, be given credit for the 2 days you served in jail. I'll give you time to get the cost paid. That'll resolve this matter, and you'll be processed and released on this case today. Is that your understanding, and is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Holding up the plea form, has your name at the top. Is that your signature at the bottom? How do you plead to the city ordinance violation, urinating in public? Guilty or no contest?
Guilty.
I'll accept that. I'll adjudicate you guilty, credit for 2 days. Give you 350 days to get the cost paid. You have 30 days to appeal. You'll be processed and released on this case today. Good luck.
He's working on it, and he's aware.
Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
More, Brian.
Mr. Bryan, you're here for an arraignment on a violation of probation. And
And Your Honor, we'll enter a denial at this time.
all right, I'll appoint the public defender, enter a plea of not guilty, and set it for a VOP status, Division 81.
June 23rd at 9 o'clock, important 60.
Good luck, sir.
Good luck.
All right. Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
Austin Hoyao.
Sir, you're here for an arraignment on a violation of probation. 2019 CT 1771 AW. The Office of the Public Defender was previously appointed to represent you.
And we'll enter a denial at this time.
So we'll set it for a VOP status in Division 62.
It's going to be June 1st at
Your actual courtroom, 8:30. And sorry, what was the court date, Your Honor? I apologize. What was the
June 1st at 8:30.
talk to your attorney in more detail, and they'll be able to talk to you about your options, okay? But there's no offer right now.
Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Giovanni Valcarcel.
Sir, you're here for an arraignment on a charge of DUI, and the Office of the Public Defender was previously appointed to represent you.
And Your Honor, we'll enter a plea of not guilty at this time.
We'll set it for the pretrial conference, Division 62.
It's going to be June 8th at 1:30.
What's your next court date? Stay in touch with us. We're gonna take this.
Good morning, sir. Your name, please? Okay. And we have a David Dancy. Oh, he's released.
Hold on.
Okay, so he's out, so we need to reset the, or he's already represented by the Office of the Public Defender. Did they? Oh, look. Filed.
It must have gotten filed on as a misdemeanor. Charges were filed, okay, and there's no offer.
Okay. See where the public defender was appointed.
That's what it looks like they filed on according to this document. Any further?
They haven't filed anything. So. Okay, so yeah, the public defender was previously appointed, so we'll enter a plea of not guilty and set for the pretrial conference division 83 on David Dancy.
June 12th. Thank you.
Mr. Frederic, you're here for an arraignment, a charge of battery and petty theft. The Office of the Public Defender was previously appointed to represent you.
And Your Honor, we'll enter a plea of not guilty at this time.
We'll set for the pretrial conference in Division 85.
That'll be June 5th at 1:30.
If it's filed on 33 days, a motion doesn't matter. It just gets denied because it was filed on as a thing. Good luck with everything.
Good morning. Your name, please?
Good morning, Tyrone Hines.
Mr. Hines, you're here for an arraignment, the charge with criminal mischief, more than $200. That's in 2 counts, and then 1 more count of battery. The Office of the Public Defender was previously appointed to represent you.
We'll enter a plea of not guilty at this time, Your Honor.
Except for the pretrial in Division 62.
It's gonna be June 8th at 1:30.
Your next court date.
Next month.
Good luck.
Honor, Brandon Banks refused.
And Your Honor, there is an offer to resolve if we can reset it for tomorrow. Give him one more chance.
All right, we'll reset Mr. Banks for tomorrow.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Your name, sir?
My name is Raphael Anthony Brown.
All right, Mr. Brown, you're here for initial appearance. You were arrested for a city ordinance violation of open container.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you were also arrested for charge of petty theft with a prior conviction,
Yes, sir.
and you're also currently out on, or it looks like ROR for a trespass.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, I'll appoint the public defender in all cases.
Yes, sir.
The bond on the open container is $250.
Yes, sir.
The theft is $500.
Yes, sir.
I'll take no action on the out on bond.
Your Honor, with regard to the petty theft, if there could be a no return?
Yes, I'm going to order that you not return to the
Yes, sir.
the Dollar General store on South Roslyn Avenue in Orlando.
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck.
Take this with you. Good luck with everything.
Yes, I'll appoint the PD. Good morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
Tisha Clark. Good morning.
Ms. Clark, you're here for initial appearance. Been arrested for petty theft of $100 or more. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you.
Sir.
All right. Bond set at $500. Going to order that you not return to the Orlando premium outlets while this matter's pending.
Yes, sir.
We also have two cases, two petty theft charges you're currently out on bond on.
Yes, sir.
Has the state filed on either or both of those?
Your Honor, with regard to 23 MM 1528, formal charges have been filed. Pretrial is set for May 18th. With regard to 23 MM 2880, formal charges have not been filed, but it's in your division.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to revoke the bonds in both of those cases and set them at none.
In your honor, defense would object to revoking the bonds via the new case Benoit. Additionally, if your honor does have permission to revoke those bonds, I know one of them is your case, so of course you'd have permission on that one. But if you have permission as well on the other one to revoke it, we would just ask if your honor is inclined to revoke that you revoke in double instead of set at none.
I've got written authority from all the county judges. The circuit, we don't know yet, so I'm not revoking on circuit cases. But on county cases, I've got written authority from all the other judges to exercise discretion on their cases. So I'm going to revoke and set them at none on both the cases.
Sir, please.
You're gonna have to talk to your attorney about a bond motion. You're gonna have to go in front of him to ask for a bond back, so take a breather and step back, okay? We don't do anything that he'll remember, okay? Good luck.
Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Stephen Cadley.
Is this the John?
I'm sorry, what's his name? I didn't hear him.
Stephen Hadley. Okay. All right, Mr. Hadley, you're here for initial appearance. Been arrested for resisting an officer without violence. You've got a bond of $500.
All right, take this with you. Good luck with everything. Stay in touch. Thank you.
Gibson's medical.
Your Honor, I don't know if the state would be inclined, but I believe Mr. Gibson has limited history. He does have that one other felony that he's eligible for pretrial diversion on. If there's any way we can ROR him on these. I don't want to ruin his eligibility. He does have an offer, or sorry, we're here for a misdemeanor case, Your Honor. He does have an offer on that case for an adjudication of guilt, credit for time served. He is working on pretrial diversion for his current felony case. An offer would affect that. We were just wondering if the court would be inclined to release some ROR so that he can continue to work on that.
What's the state's position on that?
Your Honor, pretrial diversion has been mentioned, but he hasn't even been referred, much less accepted into the program.
Okay.
If you want to take no action on the outs on bond, I understand, but state is not willing to agree to a ROR, Your Honor.
I'll take no action on the out on bond. I'll appoint the public defender, but I'm going to stay the bond at $500.
Yes, Your Honor.
With the order not to return to the scene.
Does that mean we're waiving then?
What's that?
For the new law, we're waiving?
Yes.
Yes, we can waive his appearance.
Public defender's appointed, stay the bond at $500, no action. The out on bond.
Darcy Jackson bonded.
Darcy Jackson bonded. Thank you. Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Theodore Jackson.
Mr. Jackson, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for trespass on school grounds.
And Your Honor, there is an offer in this case of a withhold of adjudication credit for time served. It's my understanding that Mr. Jackson has no history and would like more time to speak with an attorney. Due to the lack of history, can we agree to release him ROR for this one? and the credit time served offer that's on the table as well.
Does he want ROR or does he want to enter a plea of time served?
It's my understanding that he'd like to ROR so that he can have more time to discuss his options and be
Okay.
informed.
State, what's your position on a ROR?
State has no objection.
All right, Mr. Jackson, I'll release your ROR on the charge with the order that you not return to the Blankner Elementary School, 2500 South Mills Avenue, Orlando, while this matter's pending. Okay?
So take this with you, stay in touch with us, okay? Super important, that way you don't miss any future court dates.
Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Right.
Are you Zachary Landers?
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Landers, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for resisting an officer without violence and possession of a concealed weapon.
Your Honor, there is an offer on this one that was conveyed to Mr. Landers of adjudication of guilt credit for time served. I do believe he has limited history. Mr. Landers was wondering if we could get him released ROR so that he has time to speak with an attorney in more detail.
What's the state's position on that?
Your Honor, to be candid, I had been asked about that before, and I said no objection. However, I did not see that he was carrying a knife at the time. I have no objection to reducing the bond with regard to the concealed weapon, but I would not feel comfortable with an ROR, Your Honor.
I will, I'll reduce the bond. I'm not going to ROR him. So I'll reduce the bond on count 2 to $500. I am going to order that you not return to the scene and that you not possess any weapons or firearms while this matter's pending. I'll appoint the public defender.
Questions about that? So 500 and 500, Your Honor?
It'll be 500 and 500, a total 1,000.
Any questions about what happened?
Yeah.
What's your question? So you have a bond of 500, so you can contact a bondsman to get out, okay? All right, good luck with everything.
Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
Elijah Morris.
Mr. Morris, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for petty theft and resisting an officer without violence. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Bonds have been set at $500 on each count. Plus, I'm going to order you not to return to the, looks like the Lids store, 4951 International Drive. Good luck.
Take this with you, good luck. No, yeah, make sure you have all your stuff. Contact us when you get out, okay? Your Honor, can we reset this?
Behavior, yeah, we'll reset for tomorrow.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Paris, no. I don't believe. Let's see.
Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
Mr. Paris.
You said Eric Paris?
Eric Paris, yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Paris, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for criminal mischief. Also for trespass. I'm going to appoint the public defender in both cases. Bond set at $500 on each case. In addition, I'm going to order that you not return to the Advent Health Hospital in Winter Park unless you have a legitimate medical emergency.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good luck.
With everything, talk to your attorney in more detail about your options, okay?
All right, good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
Louis Rivera.
Mr. Rivera, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for stalking.
For stalking?
Stalking. Do you want me to appoint an attorney to represent you in this case, or are you going to hire an attorney, sir?
So I've been arrested for stalking. Is this,
The charge that you've been arrested for is stalking.
I thought it was trespassing.
Are you Luis Antonio Rivera Jr.? It's stalking. So that's what you've been arrested for. Do you want me to appoint an attorney, or do you want to hire an attorney?
I don't need an attorney.
Okay. All right, so your bond has been set at $2,000. I'm going to order that you not return to 1700 Woodbury Road, that entire apartment complex. Also, that you not have any contact with the victim. Understand that if you have contact with the victim, or if you go back to that apartment complex, expect to get rearrested and be held on no bond. Okay? Don't contact her, don't go back there, all right?
And Your Honor, I just wanted to confirm, no public defender for this one?
No public defender. Also, possess no weapons or firearms.
And Your Honor, the next one does have an offer of an adjudication of guilt, credit for time served, no return to Sunstyle Suites at 7209 South OBT, and she does wish to enter a plea of no contest.
Okay, thank you. All right, good afternoon, ma'am. Your name, please?
Roxy Streeter.
Ms. Streeter, I've been handed a plea form indicating you wish to plead no contest to the charge of trespass after warning, understanding that you would be adjudicated guilty, be given credit for the 2 days that you served in jail, be ordered not to return to the scene, and pay the costs. I'll give you time to get the cost paid, and that'll resolve this matter today. Is that your understanding? Is that what you want to do?
Yes,
Holding up the plea form, has your name at the top. Is that your signature at the bottom?
yes.
All right, to that charge of trespass after warning, how do you plead?
No
Guilt.
contest.
I'll accept no contest. I'll adjudicate you guilty, credit for 2 days. Order you not to return to the Sunstyle Suite Hotel, 7209 South OBT. If you go back, you're just going to get rearrested, okay?
I'm not going back there, but I don't have anywhere to go.
Okay. All right, you got 350 days.
Go back. That's right. I got to
Your-
go back and get my stuff.
Your Honor, I don't know if it was ordered, but can we order a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any property?
All right, Ms. Streeter, if you have personal property there, you can go back with law enforcement.
Yeah, he told me.
Don't go back alone. If you go back alone, you end up seeing me tomorrow, okay? You don't want to do that, okay?
Yeah, he told me, and the sheriff told me, I have to call them and they'll come out and.
All right, you got 30 days to appeal.
Good luck with everything.
Good luck, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
Chris Johnson.
Mr. Johnson, you're here for initial appearance. Got a couple cases here. Okay. Been arrested for resisting an officer without violence. That bond is $500. You've been arrested pursuant to a warrant on a charge of improper exhibition of a dangerous weapon or firearm. That bond is set at $1,000, and you're ordered not to possess any weapons or firearms.
Yes.
And that you are, okay, and that you're currently out on bond. I'll take no action on the out on bond. So you got a total between the two cases, $1,500 total bond. I'll appoint the public defender. Well, this indicates you you take home $1,000 a week. Is that accurate?
He's asking, do you make $1,000 a week, or is that?
Is your take home $1,000 a week?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, then you don't qualify for the public defender. All right, so you got the bond, order you not to possess any weapons or firearms. Good luck.
Say something to him.
If You have a question, but
Yeah, I
not
have a
about the,
question.
not about the facts of the case. I would
Not
advise you
that.
not even.
But listen, I have a question.
Okay, if I can answer it, I will.
Okay, I'm looking at it, the warrant and everything there, and I was bonded out, but it seemed like I'm rearrested off the same thing I was bonded out, but just in different way of saying it.
Yeah.
I bonded out on the.
It's a
no
different
weapons.
charge.
I don't know how I get that. I don't know where it came from. I've been out 2 weeks and I was at work and I had a warrant for my arrest for the weapon for what I went to jail for before. So this is the same thing.
I don't, it's different days.
I don't know how.
I'm just here to tell you why you're in jail.
Yes, sir.
So you can consult with an attorney to try to sort it out.
All right.
Good luck, sir.
Bond out.
If you have a bond, you can bond out,
Yes.
hire an attorney, talk to them in more detail.
All right.
And Your Honor, the next one has an offer to resolve of adjudication of guilt, credit for time served, no return to Washington Street parking garage.
Okay. All right. Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
Sean Davis.
All right, Mr. Davis, I've been handed a plea form indicating you wish to plead no contest to the city ordinance violation, disorderly conduct, understanding that you be adjudicated guilty, be given credit for the 2 days that you served in jail, be ordered not to return to the parking garage there on Washington Street, and you pay the cost. And that'll resolve this matter. You'll be processed and released on this case today. Is that your understanding, and is that what you want to do?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Holding up the plea form, it has your name at the top. Is that your signature at the bottom?
Yes.
Okay. All right, to the charge of disorderly conduct, how do you plead?
No contest.
I'll accept no contest. I'll adjudicate you guilty, give you credit for 2 days, order you not to return to the Washington Street parking garage downtown. You've got 350 days to pay the cost, 30 days to appeal. You'll be processed and released on this case today. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
Listen to the judge first, and then we'll.
What's your name, please?
Nelson Figueroa.
All right, Mr. Figueroa, you're here for initial appearance. You were arrested for a city ordinance violation, open container.
Yes.
And Your Honor, he does have an offer on this one, but if I may have a moment, because he has some other things to discuss.
Okay.
So you're only here for the open container. You're being held no bond on. It hasn't resolved yet. Now here's the deal on that one. On the bottom of the guidelines on that one. So if you take a plea, any plea you take out. But that might mean. Right now it has, I know, they still have to as another charge. So you can resolve this today, but I'm just advising you, you're still being held no bond on the other one, so you might just want to wait and talk to your attorney, because you'll be out in court.
Yeah, but when did I?
Judge isn't going to give us the time to fully discuss this, but that's what I'm going to tell you. Do you want to take the plea offer, or do you want to wait until you can handle your other cases well?
They gave me time, they said 3 days, 3 days, and I leave tomorrow, then they said. I don't know.
Your Honor, there's an offer of an adjudication of guilt, 3 days in Orange County Jail, credit for any time served. He is being held no bond on another case. I am just trying to explain that. He did wish to resolve this, however, the no bond in the other case may change his mind. I just wanted to confirm that so that he makes a full and informed decision.
It's fine.
I want to know when did I have that possession cocaine? I didn't have no possession cocaine.
Okay, well, that,
Unless somebody.
hold on, let Mr. Figueroa, slow down. We'll do one at a time, and I'll try to see if I can help you with that. 22, 1, 2, 5, 3, 6.
I had a possession cocaine, but I did my time for it.
Hold on. So showing that you got arrested in October.
Long time ago,
Okay, that was there was a trial management conference that was scheduled for May the 11th downtown. You missed court that day, and the judge revoked the release and issued the warrant for your arrest on the possession of cocaine.
Yeah, I did my time for it already.
No, that case has not been resolved yet. You've not pled on that case.
I had a possession of cocaine. I did my time for it and I left. And then now I got this.
Your Honor, considering the confusion, I think it would be best not to resolve it today.
That's fine. So you got a $250 bond on the open container. All right. Good luck.
You have $250 on this one, you have no bond on your other case. Talk to your attorney more so they can explain what's going on. No.
I think the confusion, I think his, let me explain. I think your confusion is, on the possession of cocaine, the state did not file within the 33 days, so you got released ROR. So that doesn't mean that they can't, they then filed the charge after the 33rd day.
Yes.
I don't know, and we don't need to engage in a conversation about it, because that's not what we're here about today. We're here about the open container, not about the,
She said I do 3 days and I go home tomorrow.
okay, well, but there's that's on this case. This case, you would be released after the 3 days. But that doesn't mean that that affects other cases. So there's another case out there that you missed court on.
I went already to court to check it out. But
Okay, all right.
this is my paper here.
That's yours.
Yeah, all right. Yes, I'll appoint the PD. Okay.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. And Your Honor, that has an adjudication of guilt credit for time served offer, if we can just reset that for tomorrow.
All right, we'll reset Gesper for tomorrow. Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please? Mr. Gooden, you're here for initial appearance. You were arrested for a city ordinance violation, open container.
And Your Honor, there is an offer of an adjudication of guilt credit for time served. And he would like to enter a plea of no contest and accept that offer.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right, Mr. Gooden, I've been handed a plea form indicating you wish to plead no contest to the open container charge. Be adjudicated guilty, be given credit for the 2 days you served in jail. I'll give you time to get the cost paid, but you'd be processed and released on this case today. Is that your understanding, and is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
Okay, holding up the plea form, has your name at the top, is that your signature at the bottom?
Oh.
Yeah, is that your signature at the bottom? Okay, all right. To the open container, how do you plead, guilty or no contest?
No contest.
I'll accept that. I'll adjudicate you guilty, credit for 2 days. I'll give you 350 days to get the cost paid. Got 30 days to appeal, so you'll be processed and released on this case today.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good luck.
Good luck with everything.
Thank you.
Miles Lassard is mental health.
Your Honor, this is an adjudication of guilt, 3 days, Orange County Jail offer, if we can reset this one.
Okay, we'll reset it for tomorrow.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
Jerome Mills.
Mr. Mills, you're here for initial appearance. You were arrested for a city ordinance violation of
Yes, sir.
disorderly conduct.
And Your Honor, there is an offer of an adjudication of guilt, credit for time served. And he'd like to enter a plea of no contest.
All right, Mr. Mills, I'm handed a plea form indicating you wish to plead no contest to the disorderly conduct charge. You'd be adjudicated guilty, be given credit for 2 days. I'll give you time to get the cost paid. You'd be processed and released on this case today. Is that your understanding, and is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Holding up a plea form, it has your name at the top. Is that your signature at the bottom?
Mm-hmm.
To that charge, how do you plead? Guilty or no contest?
No No
Sorry?
contest.
Thank you, no contest. I'll accept the plea, I'll adjudicate you guilty, credit for 2 days, I'll give you 350 days to pay the cost, you've got 30 days to appeal, so you'll be processed and released on this case today.
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck.
Sorry, what? Okay, just want to make sure.
All right, good afternoon, sir, your name, please?
Ronald Smith.
All right, Mr. Smith, you're here for initial appearance, you've been arrested for a city ordinance violation of disorderly conduct.
And Your Honor, the offer from the state to resolve this is an adjudication of guilt, credit for time served, and he wishes to enter a plea of no contest.
Okay. All right, Mr. Smith, I'm being handed a plea form indicating you wish to plead no contest to the charge. You'd be adjudicated guilty, be given credit for the 2 days that you served in jail. I'll give you time to get the costs paid. That'll resolve this matter without a trial. Is that your understanding?
Yes, sir.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
All right. Holding up the plea form, it has your name at the top. Is that your signature at the bottom?
Yes, sir.
All right, to that disorderly conduct, how do you plead?
No contest.
I'll accept that. I'll adjudicate you guilty, credit for 2 days. I'll give you 350 days to pay the cost. Got 30 days to appeal. You'll be processed and released on this case today. All right,
Thank you,
good
Your
luck.
Honor.
Got Antony Williams. Medical. So
And Your Honor, we ask if we can reset this one as well.
we'll reset within 24 hours of release from medical. Yes. Bonded, thank you. Jahan Recon Alaman, bonded? I'm sorry. Bonded, okay. Yep. All right. Keep going, don't slow down.
And Your Honor, defense does have a probable cause argument for the next one.
Okay, all right. Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
Devontae Anthony.
All right, Mr. Anthony, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested pursuant to a warrant for robbery by sudden snatching and conspiracy to commit robbery. And this was a warrant, actually, that I did. Okay, I'll appoint the public defender. And counsel, you had an argument?
Yes, Your Honor, and I do apologize for challenging your previously found probable cause, Your Honor. However, based on my reading, and of course I may have read it wrong, it appears that the elements for robbery by sudden snatching are not met. For it to be robbery by sudden snatching, it must be taken from the victim's person per the statute as well as the jury instructions. It's clear. It appears that based on the facts, the alleged item that was taken was a cash register that was across the way from the alleged victim and therefore not taken from their person. For that reason, we would just argue that it's not enough for robbery by sudden snatching. We understand that there may be other elements of a crime that can be satisfied by the court. However, we do not believe there's enough for robbery nor robbery by sudden snatching.
State, you wish to be heard?
Your Honor, probable cause has already been found. I understand that probable cause is ongoing, but if all the defense is doing is reading an affidavit that has already been reviewed by a judge and probable cause has been found, what they're actually asking is for it to be reviewed de novo, and I do not believe that this court has that jurisdiction. So if probable cause has already been found, unless defense is asking for something new, they're reviewing something new, I believe that the probable cause stands.
And Your Honor, of course, defense would need to look into that point further, but it's defense's understanding that probable cause is ongoing and an ongoing issue that can be reviewed. Yes, yes.
I'm going to have to agree with the state. I think that if, I think at this point, the probable cause was already determined, notwithstanding the argument of the defense, the bonds. Let me look at the. I will reduce the bond, though. On count one, I'll reduce the bond to $2,500. Count two will be stated 1,000. Order no contact with the victim, co-defendant, and no return to the scene. Possess no weapons or firearms.
Likely 400.
Public defenders appointed.
Bondsman. We got to contact the bondsman.
Yes.
Good luck with everything. And public defender appointed, Your Honor?
Yes, public defenders appointed.
Thank you.
You can delete that. Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
Baldwin.
Mr. Baldwin, you're here for initial appearance. All right, you've been arrested for resisting an officer without violence, battery, and robbery with a weapon. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Bonds have been set at $500 on count one, $500 on count two, $10,000 on count three. In addition, I'm going to order that you have no contact with the victim. You possess no weapons or firearms. You not return to the scene, which is the Zanders Funeral Home.
Your Honor, there's also a co-defendant. I asked for no contact with the co-defendant.
And no contact with the co-defendant, Danielle Lucas.
And Your Honor, speaking with Mr. Baldwin, we would be asking if there's any way that $10,000 bond can be reduced as he is unable to afford it at this time. And we would just ask that we leave it in the court's discretion.
Yeah. Given that he's got an extensive history, multiple prior robberies, I'm not going to reduce the bond.
Understood, Your Honor. You're going to talk to your attorney about a bond motion, okay? Good luck.
Henry Caldwell is medical.
We can waive his appearance, Your Honor.
So I'll appoint the public defender, stay the bond at $1,000. Order no return to the UCF downtown parking garage.
Dewan Campbell refused.
And Your Honor, I did have a brief probable cause argument on that one. We can waive his appearance.
Okay. I'll appoint the public defender. What was the,
Your Honor, the alleged drugs in this case were not actually tested to confirm what they were. There was a potential admission from the defendant, which I understand the state will likely argue that that is enough to prove what they were. However, due to the lack of testing, defense would be arguing that there is no probable cause to support that that was a controlled substance.
State?
Defense is correct, yes, because there was a statement by the defendant stating it was crack rock and he was going to smoke it. That, yes, Your Honor, it's an admission against interest.
And Your Honor, the substance it came in as was MDMA ecstasy, which would be different than his admission.
Yeah, I think based on the, that's gonna have to get sorted out of the lab. I think at least it appears there was an acknowledgement that it's the officer believes it's MDMA, the defendant said it was crack rock. So I guess crack commonly understood to be cocaine.
Yes, Your Honor.
So can I find possession of MDMA when he admits to he believed it was cocaine? It may be cocaine, I don't know. So I think that's, so at this point, I'm not gonna take any action on the out on bond. State, are you asking for an additional 24 hours?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. So I'm gonna ROR him. I don't think there's probable cause for MDMA.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We'll reset, well, unless you want to waive.
Your Honor, if we can reset this one.
Okay, so we'll reset Clark, 24 hours of release. Medical.
We can waive this one, Your Honor.
Issue Cruz, I'll appoint the public defender bond, set at 500. Public defender appointed. Good afternoon. Your name, please?
Mandra Dallas.
Dallas, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for failing to appear for a status hearing on April 5th, 2021 on charges of possession of a controlled substance and possession of drug paraphernalia. Bonds have been set at $500 on count 1, $100 on count 2. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you in the case. Good luck. Good afternoon. Your name, please?
LaQuisha Ellis.
Ms. Ellis, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for failing to appear at your arraignment on May the 10th this year on charges of carrying a concealed weapon by a convicted felon, possession of cocaine, and introduction of contraband into a county detention facility. I'll appoint the public defender. And the judge has set the bonds at none.
It's another.
Good luck.
He's not going to change the bond today because you failed to appear. They set it at none. You'll have to get a bond. Allegedly, you had a.
Good afternoon. Your name, please?
My name is Alexander Isabel.
Mr. Isabor, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested pursuant to a warrant, a charge of neglect of a child. The bond is set at $1,500. I'll appoint the public defender, and I'll take no action on the looks like out on bond.
So if you talk to your attorney in more detail about what's going on. Okay? Good luck. We can waive his appearance, Your Honor.
All right, on Jamerson, I'll appoint the public defender, stay the bond at $1,000.
Thank you. We can waive his appearance, Your Honor.
I'll appoint the public defender. He's arrested for attempted burglary of a dwelling, resisting an officer without violence. Take no action on the out on bonds. Bond's been set at 1,000 on count 1, 100 on count 2. Order no return to the scene. Crest Villa Apartments. No contact with the victim. Kirsten Joseph.
We can waive his appearance, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Joseph, I will appoint the public defender and stay the bond at $2,500 on the criminal mischief. No contact with the victim or any witnesses, no return to the scene. And on the second case, false info, I'll stay the bond at $500. Public defender appointed both cases.
We can waive his appearance as well, Your Honor.
And I'll appoint the public defender, stay the bond at $1,000. All right, good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
Harry Lee.
Mr. Lee, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for grand theft, motor vehicle, possession of cocaine, possession of morphine, and driving with a permanently revoked driver's license. I'll appoint the public defender. Bond on count 1 is set at $1,000. Counts 2, 3, and 4 are all set at $150 each. I'll take no action on the out on bond.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck.
Yep. He didn't take any action on your out of bonds, so you have bonds.
All right. Good afternoon. Your name, please, ma'am?
Raquel Latang.
Ms. Latang, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for failing to appear at a pretrial conference on May the 3rd this year on a drug charge. The judge set the bond at $2,500. Good luck.
You have some other bonds as well. But this will be talked to your attorney about a bond.
Danielle Lucas is mental health.
Your Honor, we can waive her appearance.
All right, Ms. Lucas, I'll appoint the public defender, stay the bonds, $500 on the battery, $10,000 on the robbery with
Your
a
Honor.
weapon, order no contact with the victim, no return.
It does, actually, looking at her face sheet, it does look like she has no no history. It might be in our best interest not to waive her actually and reset her for when she returns. That way she has more information about what's going on.
That was medical or mental health?
Medical.
Medical.
Mental health.
That's mental health, okay. All right, we'll reset her for tomorrow.
Thank you, Your Honor. I apologize.
Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
Justin Macias, Your Honor.
Mr. Macias, you're here for initial appearance. You were arrested for failing to appear at a trial management conference on March 29th of this year on charges of battery on a law enforcement officer and resisting an officer without violence. I'll appoint the public defender, and the judge set the bond at none.
I had an attorney.
Good luck, sir.
You have a private attorney, make sure they file a notice of appearance if they haven't already. Are they supposed to be here at this hearing? Okay.
Well, because I didn't know. I didn't know. I was at probation when they picked me up.
Your Honor, he's just stating that he
I
has a
apologize.
private attorney.
Yeah.
So he was just asking about that. I don't know if there's a notice of appearance that's been filed.
I'll look.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hang tight for 1 second, we'll check. Because if you have a private attorney, obviously you wouldn't have the public defender. But if you don't have.
I have a public defender that had covered this case.
Your Honor, I apologize for the confusion. He has the public defender's office, and he'll speak with his attorney in more detail.
Yeah, if you just talk to the attorney.
Good luck.
Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
Alan Brian Miller.
Mr. Miller, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for possession of MDMA and possession of drug paraphernalia. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in the case. Bonds have been set at $1,000 on count 1 and $500 on count 2. All right, good luck, sir.
Tracy Pearden,
Appeared and bonded. Thank you.
Do you have a quick question? The judge is about to.
Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
Jules Jr. Henry Pettifon.
Mr. Pettifon, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for possession of cocaine with intent to sell or deliver, possession of a firearm and commission of a felony, and possession of cannabis with intent to sell or deliver. Okay. That seems. Count 1, I'm going to reduce to $7,500 from $15,000. Count 2 will be stayed at $5,000. Count 3 will be stayed at $1,000. Order you to possess no weapons or firearms while this matter is pending. All right. I'll appoint the public defender. Good luck.
No firearms. While the case is pending, no weapons, no firearms. Once the case is resolved, as long as there's nothing else keeping you from having it. Talk to yeah, and then with a bondsman, they usually do 10%. Usually. So you have to
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
Dean Robbins.
Mr. Robbins, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for failing to appear for a violation of probation status hearing, May the 11th. Judge set the bond at none. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you.
talk to your attorney about that. I need some more detail. Okay, good luck.
Sam Russell, and behavior.
We can waive his appearance, Your Honor.
Mr. Russell, I'll appoint the public defender, stay the bonds, $2,500 on count 1, $150 on count 2, and $100 on count 3. Good afternoon, ma'am. Your name, please?
Good afternoon, Judge.
What's your name?
Crystal Ashley Smith.
Thank you, Ms. Smith. You're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for failing to appear at a pretrial conference on April the 18th of this year on a drug charge. The judge set the bond at none. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Good luck.
Talk to your attorney in more detail. Good luck with everything.
Thank you.
Of course.
Anthony Taylor is outside medical.
Okay, we'll reset Taylor for within 24 hours of release from medical.
Thank you, Your Honor. For Mr. Toller, we can waive Mr. Toller's appearance.
So, Mr. Toller, I'll appoint the public defender. The attempted robbery. It looks like bond correction, that should be $5,000 and $500 on count 2. Order no victim contact, no return to the scene. The Holiday Inn on International Drive. Possess no weapons or firearms. Excuse me? Toller just refused, you said? Yeah. And I'll appoint the public defender. No action on the two out of ROR cases. Wilson bonded. Okay.
And Your Honor, well, Your Honor, we can handle Wilson first, but I did want to make the court aware that Mr. Gesper was brought over. It was previously called on the record, and he wasn't here. So if we can readdress that once we finish the Wilson case. And I can waive the appearance for Ms. Wilson.
Wilson, she bonded.
Oh, she bonded. I heard that wrong. I apologize.
And I'm sorry, what's your name?
This is Alexis Gesper.
Gesper.
And I did not have a time to, or a chance to speak with Mr. Gesper as he was just brought over. But he does have an offer of an adjudication of guilt credit time served for that open container. And he does wish to take it after briefly speaking with him.
Okay. Let's see, we got to dig up his paperwork here.
Your Honor, I forgot to put on record that defendant Gerson Joseph, he refused, we waived his appearance. He just had an ice hold. Just have to put that on record. He was a defendant that refused, so we waived his appearance, but he had an immigration hold.
Oh, Your Honor, if he, yeah, which one was it?
Gerson Joseph.
Gerson Joseph. Can we reset that one so we can be informed of the hold?
Okay, one at a time. So I don't know.
Yes, Your Honor, I apologize for throwing a lot your way.
Okay. So there's a, wait, the outside medical is,
Did we reset them?
there was a reset,
We did reset a few.
Gerson Joseph.
He's a felony. He refused.
Oh, he refused?
Yes, Gerson Joseph, we waived his appearance.
But he's got a
Immigration hold.
immigration hold. So Joseph will just have, well, that's going to be a reset anyways,
Yes.
right? Or he wasn't reset?
I think we waived his appearance as
Okay.
it was a refusal, but so that he can be informed of the immigration hold
Yes,
if we want to
we
reset
just-
it.
We need to reset him.
Yes.
We have to reset him to tell him of the immigration hold. Listen, I'm confused about everything. Yeah, but he's got to be told of his immigration hold. So I know they
No, you're-
waived. We just need to inform them of that. Okay. All right, and you are Alexis Gesper, sir?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Gesper, you're here for initial appearance. I understand you wish to withdraw your plea of not guilty and enter a plea of no contest to a city ordinance violation, open container, understanding that you'd be adjudicated guilty, be given credit for the 1 day you served in jail, and I'll give you time to get the cost paid. That'll resolve this matter. You'll be processed and released on this case today. Is that your understanding? Is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
You're also, looks like currently out on bond on 3 other cases, but I'll take no action on those.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Holding up this plea form, it has your name at the top. Is that your signature at the bottom?
Yes, it is, sir.
All right, to that city ordinance violation, how do you plead?
No contest.
I'll accept that. I'll adjudicate you guilty, give you credit for the 1 day. I'll give you 350 days to pay the cost. You have 30 days to appeal. All right, and I'll take no action on the out on bonds. You'll be processed and released on this case today.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Good luck with everything. Thank you for helping with that.
Okay. All right, we are in recess.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Rafael Barreras, State Certified Court Interpreter, and I have been previously sworn.
All right, thank you. And see if he's got a connection.
Yes, Your Honor, allow me just one moment, please, and I'll confirm. Your Honor, the interpreter can confirm this defendant is able to hear through the headsets.
All right. Good morning, sir. State your name, please.
Iron Ramírez Domingo.
Iron Ramirez Domingo.
Sí.
Sir,
Yes.
You're here for initial appearance in case 2023 MM 335 AW. You've been arrested for 2 charges. First being battery. Second being resisting an officer without violence. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. State, do you have a position on bond?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
My apologies, State, or you're cutting out. If you could kindly get closer to the mic.
A one-time return with law enforcement to gather any belongings and a reasonable bond.
Okay.
All right, sir, I'm going to set the bond on count 1 at $500. Count 2 is already set at $500. Total bond is $1,000. I'm going to order you to have no contact with Ada Garcia Gomez. You're to maintain a separate residence from her. You can return to the shared address one time with law enforcement to get your personal belongings. You're not to go back there alone. You're not to have contact with her.
Okay.
Good luck.
Okay.
See.
Your Honor, the interpreter can confirm this defendant is able to hear through the headsets.
Good morning, sir. State your name, please.
Santos Melendez.
Santos Melendez.
Sir, you're here for initial appearance in case 22 CF 5702. You've been arrested for a violation of probation. You were on probation for 2 charges. Those being failure to redeliver a hired vehicle and possession of methamphetamine. Allegations that you violated probation are that you tested positive for methamphetamine and that you tested positive for amphetamine in April of this year. Bond has been set at none. And according to the affidavit, you make too much money to qualify for the public defender. Good luck, sir. All right, thank you, Mr. Interpreter.
You're welcome, Your Honor. Have a good morning.
You too. Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
My name is Mr. Winter, Kyle Winter.
Thank you, Mr. Winter. You're here for initial appearance. You were arrested for burglary of an occupied structure, possession of methamphetamine with a weapon, and possession of drug paraphernalia.
Yeah, it was a diabetes syringe.
I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Isn't this reset for people?
Bonds have been set at $5,000 on count 1, $15,000 on count 2, $100 on count 3. In addition, I'm going to order you not to return to the scene, possess no weapons or firearms.
Your
Your
Honor,
Honor, this, yes.
I believe this case was reset from yesterday because there was a PC challenge with regards to counts 2 and 3.
That's right.
I don't have a supplement, Your Honor.
Okay. So as far as the, so I'm going to find no probable cause on counts 2 and 3. The burglary of an occupied structure, count 1, probable cause is found. So you'll be ROR'd on counts 2 and 3, and it's a $5,000 bond with the order not to return to the scene on count 1. Okay. Good luck, sir.
It's 10%. That's it? Really? Thank you, Judge. I remember your face.
Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Donald Ayers.
Mr. Ayers, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a city ordinance violation, open container.
Yes, Your Honor. The offer from the state is an adjudication of guilt, credit time served, and court costs. Mr. Ayers would like to accept and enter plea of no contest.
All right, Mr. Ayers, I'm handed a plea form indicating you wish to plead no contest to the city ordinance violation of open container. You be adjudicated guilty, credit for 3 days you served in jail. I'll take no action on the 2 cases that you're out on bond on, and I'll give you time to get the cost paid. That'll resolve this case. So you'll be released on this case today. Is that your understanding, and is that what you want to do?
Yes, Your Honor.
Holding up the plea form has your name at the top. Is that your signature at the bottom?
Yes.
Okay. To the charge of open container, how do you plead?
No contest.
I'll accept no contest. I'll adjudicate you guilty, credit for 3 days. Give you 350 days to get the cost paid. You have 30 days to appeal, no action on the out on bonds.
All right.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Morning, your name, sir?
Brendan Matthew Bryant.
Mr. Bryant, you're here for initial appearance, and this was a reset for a probable cause challenge on,
I have no supplement, Your Honor.
okay. Okay, and this was on count 1, the battery by strangulation. So there was just a conclusory statement, but it does not appear in the okay. So the battery by strangulation, I'll find no no probable cause. On counts 2, battery with a prior, bond will be, that'll become primary. I'm going to set that bond at $1,500. False imprisonment bond set at $1,000. The battery $1,000, and the paraphernalia $500. Order no contact with the victim. If it's a shared residence, you can return one time with law enforcement to get your personal belongings. You're not to go back alone. You're not to have any contact with her. Possess no weapons or firearms. Yeah, maintain a separate residence. All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Morning, sir. Your name, please?
David Calderon.
Mr. Calderon, you're here for initial appearance. Been arrested for failing to appear at your arraignment on a charge of petty theft.
Your Honor, we were going to resolve the case, but we found out he's on probation in Volusia, so I just asked that you stay the $2,000.
Okay. All right, I'll appoint the public defender. Bond is set at $2,000. We'll enter a plea of not guilty. We'll set it for a pretrial conference in Division 83 instead of simply just resetting them. Oh,
It's going to be June 22nd at 8:45 in courtroom 4B.
Your Honor, can I get a no return?
Yeah, order, no return to the scene.
Thank you.
Morning, your name, please? What's your name, please?
Bailey Carollo.
Ma'am, you're here for initial appearance. You were arrested for a trespass after warning.
Yes, Your Honor.
The offer from the state is an adjudication of guilt, 5 days in the Orange County Jail, with credit for, I'm assuming 3 now,
That's 3.
and no return to 3974 South Orange Blossom Trail. Would you like to accept and enter plea of no contest?
Okay. All right, ma'am, I'm handed a plea form indicating you wish to plead no contest to the charge of trespass after warning. Understand you be adjudicated guilty, be sentenced to 5 days in the county jail, credit for 3 days that you've already served, ordered not to return to that, it appears to be a 7-Eleven, 3974 South Orange Blossom Trail. If you go back, you're just going to get rearrested, okay? All right. That'll result, and I'll give you time to get the cost paid. I'll take no action on the case that you're out on bond on. That'll resolve this matter. Is that your understanding? Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
Okay. Holding up the plea form has your name at the top. Is that your signature at the bottom?
Yes.
To that charge of trespass after warning, how do you plead?
No contest.
Accept no contest. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 5 days in the county jail. Credit for 3 days that you've already served. Order you not to return. 3974 South Orange Blossom Trail. I'll give you 350 days to get all the costs paid. Order you, or I'll take no action on the out on bond. Good luck. You have 30 days to appeal. Morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
Nikita LaShawn Harris.
Ms. Harris, you're here for initial appearance.
Your Honor, defense had PC as to the paraphernalia. Defense would argue no PC as to the paraphernalia. The officer states that he found a thin metal rod. However, there were no drugs found, no pipes found. The only thing that he states is it's commonly used to push pieces of crack. So I'd argue no PC as to the drug paraphernalia.
Okay. All right. So, ma'am, you were arrested for trespass after warning and possession of drug paraphernalia. State what's your position on the probable cause on count 2.
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay. So I'll find no probable cause on count 2, the possession of drug paraphernalia. On the trespass after warning,
And Your Honor, on the trespass, there was an offer, but we would ask for an ROR. It's because of the difficulty in separating the 2 charges. There was an offer.
State has no objection to the ROR, Your Honor.
okay. All right, ma'am. So I'll go ahead without objection. I'll ROR you on count 1, no probable cause, so you'll be ROR'd on count 2. I'm going to order that you not return to that Citgo gas station, 1112 North Cimarron Boulevard. If you go back, you're just going to get arrested, okay? So don't return. All right, I'll appoint the public defender. Good luck.
And just to confirm, no action on the out on bond?
Yeah, no action on the out on bond. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
DeAndre Washington.
All right, Mr. Washington, you're here for initial appearance on 2 cases. All right, based on your application for the public defender, you make too much to qualify? Make too much money? Okay. So you were arrested for aggravated assault with a firearm. It's domestic related. In a second case, arrested for aggravated battery, bodily harm or disability. State you have a position on bond?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, I reviewed the affidavits on the first case, 23 CF 6385, the aggravated assault. I'm going to set that bond at $5,000. Order no contact with Tyshonda Bell. No return to the scene. 5274 Laval Drive. You're to maintain a separate residence. not to possess any weapons or firearms. And on the second case, 23 CF 6386, aggravated battery, I'm going to set that bond at $7,500 with the same conditions: no contact with the victim, no return to the scene, maintain a separate residence, possess no weapons or firearms.
Your Honor, it appears as though DCF was also contacted. If he could abide by any DCF plans.
You're to cooperate with any orders of the Department of Children and Families. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Benjamin Friedman.
All right, Mr. Friedman, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for battery by strangulation. It's domestic related, false imprisonment, and battery, also domestic related.
I did have a PC challenge, Your Honor.
Okay. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you, and let's swear in the witness, and then we'll hear the probable cause challenge.
Yes. Tamara Ferreira.
All right, Miss Ferreira, I see you're listed as the victim in this case. If Mr. Friedman was released, do you want to have contact with him, or do you want him to stay away from you?
I would like to have contact with him, please.
Are you in fear of him?
No.
State, do you have any questions?
Just one, Your Honor. Good morning, ma'am. While this incident was happening, the defendant allegedly choked you?
Yes, for a split second.
Were you able to breathe during that time?
Yes.
Okay. That was all I had, Your Honor.
All right, any questions from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
And
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Go ahead.
That was the probable cause challenge. I would argue no PCS to the battery by strangulation. There's no indication that the victim's breathing was restricted or impeded in any way, Your Honor.
State?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, so I'm not going to find probable cause on count one. On count two, state what's your position on bond?
I have no position regarding this, Your Honor. Defendant does qualify for PTR. State has no objection.
The defense would ask for pretrial release.
Okay, so on count one, you'll be ROR'd. On counts 2 and 3, you'll be released on pretrial release with the condition that you have no hostile contact with the victim, that you possess no weapons or firearms, consume no alcohol or illegal drugs. Okay, all right. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Morning, sir. Your name, please? What's your name, please?
First name Pierre, last name Godet.
All right, Mr. Gordet, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for criminal mischief of more than $1,000 and battery. It's domestic related. And can we swear in the witness?
Yes. Witness Green.
You're going to have to speak up a little, ma'am.
Witness Green.
Thank you, Ms. Green. Okay. All right. Ma'am, I see you're listed as a victim of a battery. If the defendant was released in this matter, do you want to have contact with him, or do you want him to stay away from you? Do I need to repeat the question?
You can do the, if, you can do contact.
Are you in fear of him?
Yes, sir.
Okay. State, do you have any questions for Ms. Green?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Gordet, did you want me to appoint an attorney in this matter, or did you want to hire an attorney? I don't have the application for the public defender.
I can't, I cannot hire one right now, Your Honor, because I didn't.
All right, I'll appoint the public defender.
So,
Defense, you have a,
No questions, Your Honor.
okay, all right,
Your Honor, we did qualify Mr. Gordet for pretrial release.
all right. All right, state what's your position on pretrial release.
No objection.
I'll release you on pretrial release with condition you have no hostile contact with Miss Green. Means if you get upset, you got to turn around and walk the other way. I am going to order that you have no contact with the victim of the criminal mischief. And that's Kevin Brown. Okay. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck. Morning, your name, sir?
Vernon Jones.
Mr. Jones, you're here for initial appearance. I'll appoint the public defender. You've been arrested for battery on a person 65 years of age or older and battery. All right, state you have a position on bond?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Defense?
Just a reasonable bond, Your Honor, and a one-time return with law enforcement.
Okay. All right, so the bond, I'll say the bond at $2,500 on count one. It'll be $500 on count two. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Richard Newton, appears to be your father-in-law. You're to maintain a separate residence from him.
Stepfather.
Stepfather, I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So you're to maintain a separate residence from Mr. Newton. So if he's living at that Luan Drive address, you have to live somewhere else. You can return there one time with law enforcement escorting you to get your personal belongings. You're not to go back there alone. You're not to have contact with him. Possess no weapons or firearms.
Yes, sir. My wife already did it. Went there with law enforcement last night and got. We don't have anything.
Already got your
else.
stuff. Okay. You just have to live separately and have no contact with him while this matter plays out, okay? Good luck.
Not a problem at all. Thank you.
Your Honor, can we skip over Mr. Mason for just a moment? Go to Mr. Smith.
Sure. What a wreck. Okay. All right, good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Morning, my name is Renato Smith.
Could you speak up a little bit, please?
Yes, my name is Renato Smith. Good morning.
All right, sir, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a battery by strangulation.
Strangulation, yes.
Hold on. You understand that today's an initial appearance. You've got the right to remain silent. We're not here to talk about what happened, okay? What did or didn't happen. That's not what today's about.
Sorry.
So we're here, I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you on the charge, and we're here to set a bond or conditions of release. State, you have a position on bond?
He qualifies for pretrial release. State has no objection.
Okay. Defense?
Pretrial release, Your Honor.
All right, Miss.
Pretrial release, sorry.
All right, I'll release you on pretrial release with the following conditions: that you have no contact with Fabiana Silva, that you maintain a separate residence from her. So if she's living at that Keegan Street address, you're going to have to live somewhere else.
Yes, sir.
You can return there one time with law enforcement to get your personal belongings, otherwise you're not to go back, not to have contact with her. Okay. All right, good luck, sir.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Is this indefinitely? Or,
It's until a court orders otherwise.
okay, so it could take, we don't know how long.
Well, I've appointed you an attorney, so those questions you should ask the attorney, but the court order ordering no contact and maintaining a separate residence is indefinite at this point until it changes. So, and that, you talk to the attorney about that. Okay? Good luck, sir.
Oh, sorry, yes.
All right. Good morning, sir. Your name, please? Mr. Mason, you're here for initial appearance on several matters. First case, 2023 CF 5315. Been arrested pursuant to a warrant for tampering with a witness to hinder communication of law enforcement and battery. It's domestic related. I am going to appoint the public defender in all cases. The second case, you were arrested pursuant to a warrant for battery by strangulation. It's domestic related. That's 23 CF 4219. Third case, you were arrested for failing to appear at a pretrial conference back in January on the 20th this year on a charge of battery. It's domestic related. That bond was already set at $2,000. You're out on bond on a possession of cocaine charge or a controlled substance charge. I'll take no action on that. And you were arrested on finally a city ordinance violation. Okay, appears to be resisting giving false information to law enforcement. Okay. And that bond's already set at $250. So on the first two cases, I've appointed the public defender. State, you have a position on bond on the?
Your Honor, for the domestic violence offenses, 2 out of 3 of the offenses are with the same victim, Ebony Lloyd. And with regard to the state misdemeanor, that occurred because he was again in her vicinity. With the third, it's a third victim, and he's already out on bond. By the way, formal charges have been filed for that possession case, Your Honor. So I would ask that you take that into consideration when setting the bond.
Okay. Defense?
I'd ask that you consider the fact, Your Honor, that I only see one misdemeanor that he's been convicted of. He may have been arrested, but he has no convictions for battery when setting the bond.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I've got concerns about showing up for court. So in 23 CF 5315, obstructing justice by hindering communication of law enforcement, I'm going to set that bond at $2,500. On the battery, I'm going to set the bond at $1,000. Order no contact with the victim, maintain a separate residence. In the second case, 23 CF 4219, battery by strangulation, that bond's going to be $2,500. Again, no contact with the victim, maintain a separate residence. And order no return to the scene or shared residence. Possess no weapons or firearms in all cases.
Your Honor, actually, for this case, can we also do GPS since you're setting bonds?
Defense, what's your position on that?
Your Honor, I would object. Again, he has no convictions for battery. I didn't know they do GPS. They do it now? Oh, I had no idea.
And State, do you want to maybe flesh that out a little bit as to why?
Your Honor, as I stated before, 2 of the 3 of these domestic violence incidents occurred with Ebony Lloyd. And then when he was arrested yesterday, it was because she flagged down law enforcement to let them know that, again, he was in her vicinity. He's already out on bond for an offense, and he's already failed to appear. This is not someone who abides by regulations by himself, Your Honor.
Again, Your Honor, I would object. He doesn't have a violent history. He's out on bond for a nonviolent offense, a drug offense.
Well, he's also currently out on a battery.
Oh, the failure to appear, right?
Yeah. So he's been released on that. So, so I'm going to order the GPS in addition to the bonds.
I don't know how that works.
And we already have on the FTA, that bond was 2,000. I'm going to stay that. This is on the battery. This is the FTA, 22 mm, 6197. The GPS is on the 2 felony cases, 23 CF 5315 and 23 CF 4219. It's bond plus GPS. I've appointed you an attorney, sir, so if you got an issue with that, certainly the attorney can file the appropriate motion with the judge in the division. Okay, good luck. Thanks for picking this up. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Carlos Soto.
Mr. Soto, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for 2 counts of battery by strangulation. According to the application for the public defender, you make too much money to qualify. State you have a position on bond.
No, Your Honor. On my paperwork,
He's an out-of-state resident in D.C.
Okay. All right. Okay. Does that change anything, State?
no, I was going to say, on my paperwork, he does not qualify for PTR, but if he did, oh.
Yeah. All right. I will, I'll set the bonds after reviewing the charging affidavit, lack of history, $1,500 on each count. I am going to order that as a condition of release that you have no contact with Margaret Soto, that you maintain a separate residence from her, that when you return to Washington, D.C., if she lives there with you, you're going to have to live separately from her while this matter is pending. You can return to the shared residence one time with law enforcement escorting you to get personal belongings. You're not to have contact with her. You're not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, possess weapons or firearms. And you will be allowed to travel as a condition of bond. You can travel out of state, okay? Good luck. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Nicholas Billington.
All right, sir, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a battery that's domestic related. Okay, according to the application for the appointment of the public defender, you make too much money to qualify for the public defender?
No, she adjusted it. I thought she said monthly. I thought she said monthly. She adjusted it on her paper, but mine still shows the wrong one.
Okay, so
it's supposed to be $700 weekly, $3,000 a month. She adjusted it on the white one, but it didn't mark it on my
well,
yellow one.
$3,000 a month with no dependents, it's still too much.
But my bills, I'm paying $2,200 a month. She asked what my monthly bills are. I'm paying $2,200
Okay.
a month bills.
All right, so
she because I thought she said.
Okay, all right. So I understand what you're saying. So
$700 weekly, $2,200 a month in bills.
Okay,
That's just being conservative.
all right. So I'll appoint the public defender. All right, and we've got a witness. Can we swear in the witness?
Yes, my name is Raquel Infante.
All right, Ms. Infante, if Mr. Billington is released, do you want to have contact with him, or do you want him to stay away from you?
I told you don't live here, but I can see how dangerous you are.
Sir, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't want contact with him.
No contact?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you in fear of him?
Yes.
Okay. State, do you have any questions for Ms. Infante?
No, Your Honor.
The defense, do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
State, what's your position on bond? It looks like he qualifies for pretrial release.
State has no objection.
That's what I asked for pretrial release, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so I'll release you on pretrial release with the following conditions. That you have absolutely no contact with Ms. Infante, that you maintain a separate residence. So if she's residing at that apartment at Cricket Club, you're gonna have to live somewhere else. You can return there one time with law enforcement escorting you to get your personal belongings. You're not to go back there alone. You're not to have any contact with her directly or indirectly. Possess no weapons or firearms. Consume no alcohol or illegal drugs. All right. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Yeah, I did. Yes. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Good morning. My name is Polonis Cooper.
Mr. Cooper, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a battery. It's domestic related. Do you want me to appoint an attorney in this case, or are you going to hire an attorney, sir?
I guess you could appoint an attorney.
What's your take-home pay per month, approximately?
I just started a new job, so.
Okay. So have you got a paycheck yet?
No, sir.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. All right, State, do you have a position on bond? He looks like he qualifies.
No objection to pretrial release, Your Honor.
Okay.
Defense would ask for pretrial release, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so I'll release you on pretrial release with the condition that you have no contact with Hakeem Jordan. You're gonna have to maintain a separate residence. Looks like that's your girlfriend's son. So you're gonna have to live separately from him. If it was a shared address, you can return one time with law enforcement to get your personal belongings, but otherwise you're not to go back there alone. You're not to have contact with Mr. Gordon, young Mr. Gordon. All right, good luck. Morning, ma'am. Your name, please? What's your name, please?
Anna Kristen Gaines.
Ms. Gaines, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a battery. It's domestic related. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. State your position on bond. It looks like she qualifies for pretrial release.
No objection to a PTR, Your Honor.
Defense? Okay. All right, so Ms. Gaines, I'll release you on pretrial release with the condition that you have no contact with
My father?
this is Timothy Gaines.
Yes.
Yeah. So no contact with him, maintain a separate residence from him.
The home is in my name.
Okay. I'm just saying you can't live where he's living. So if he's living at the Marwood Drive address, you're going to have to live somewhere else while this matter's pending. Okay?
Okay.
I've appointed you an attorney. You can talk to the attorney about how to proceed, but I'm not telling you where to live. I'm telling you where you can't live. Okay? okay?
I just want to go home and see my babies, my little boy.
I understand that, and I can appreciate that. I just need to keep you and Timothy apart, okay? So you got to maintain a separate residence from him, otherwise no contact with him, okay? Order possession of no weapons or firearms, consume no alcohol or illegal drugs. All right.
Okay.
Good luck, ma'am.
Is there a one-time return or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you can, if he's, I just want to make sure, if he's residing at Marwood, you have to live somewhere else. You can return there one time with law enforcement escorting you to get your personal belongings. Don't go back there alone and don't have contact with him. Okay, good luck. Morning, sir. Your name, please? All right, sir, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for failing to appear at your plea and sentencing on May the 8th on a charge of violation of a pretrial release condition on a domestic violence case. The judge set the bond at $10,000.
Don't talk about the fact.
You've got the public defender represents you in the case. So if that bond amount is too high, the attorney can file a motion with the judge, or you simply can reset the plea and sentencing to another day. But this time, that's what the judge set the bond at, so I'm not changing it. Okay. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Ricardo Toussaint.
Mr. Toussaint, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a battery. It's domestic related. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Okay. State, you have a position on bond. See, he qualifies for pretrial release.
No objection to pretrial release.
Defense?
I would ask for pretrial release, Your Honor.
All right, sir, I'm going to release you on pretrial release with the following condition: that you have no contact with Chauncey Edge, that you maintain a separate residence from her. If she's residing at that North Powers Drive apartment, you're going to have to live somewhere else. You can return there one time with law enforcement to get your personal belongings. Don't go back there alone. Don't have contact with her. All right, good luck, sir. Okay, so if they're children in common, any contact with the children, if the children live with the mother, is going to have to be facilitated through a third party, and the third party can only contact her regarding the children. Okay, so it can't be like, hey, I want to see the kids, but let you and I talk. That's going to be a violation of the court's order. Okay? Morning, your name, please?
Ellen Walden.
Ms. Walden, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a battery. It's domestic related. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you.
Your Honor, I did qualify Ms. Walden for pretrial release. I spoke with her daughter this morning. Her daughter did state that the victim was taken by police officer and that he no longer is at the residence. So I was explaining to her daughter that we would have to see if we can get a May return one time just to verify that. But we did qualify Ms. Walden for pretrial release, Judge.
Okay.
Thank
All right. State, you have an objection to pretrial release?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Walden, I'll release you on pretrial release with the condition that you have no contact with Tevis Rodwell. You're to maintain a separate residence from the victim. And like a couple before you stepped in, a couple folks before you, you just have to live separately from that person. I'm not telling you where to live. I'm telling you where you can't live with that person. So if the person's not living at the Raleigh Street apartment, you can live there, that's fine.
Well, that's my apartment. I'm.
Okay, okay. So I'm just telling you, you can't, it's common occurrence.
I don't plan on it, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. So just no contact and,
Absolutely not.
and I'm going to order that you consume no alcohol or illegal drugs while this matter is pending. Okay? All right, good luck.
Now, does she get the May return one time?
Yes. You're saying that there are
May return one time?
one-time return, but you're saying that the victim doesn't live there anymore.
Oh, yeah, the daughter said that the officers took the victim, and she, I guess, the defendant and the daughter own that apartment.
Yes.
So she's getting a restraining order, so he can't.
Okay. All right.
Judge.
Yes. All right. Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Stephen Brown.
All right, Mr. Brown, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested on a Lake County warrant for failing to appear in court. Looks like drug charges. Bond is set at none. So what they're going to do is they're going to contact Lake County, tell them that you're here. They'll come get you. They're supposed to come get you within 24 hours. Okay? All right, good luck. Morning, your name, please?
Skylar Burkett, sir.
Mr. Burkett, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for, this appears to be an on-view violation of probation. Appears you're on sex offender probation, failed to stay in the treatment program. And it appears that you were discharged. So, yeah, and this is out of gets out of Osceola County, so they're going to contact. So I'm going to stay the bond at none, and they're going to expect that they're going to file a violation of probation.
Your Honor, he does have reporting requirements.
Understand at some point in time, it looks like you're on probation out of Osceola County, so I expect that Osceola County is going to be notified to come get you. But you've got reporting requirements, so understand when you're, at some point when you're released, you're going to have to go back and report.
Yes, Judge.
Well, you've also got the right to remain silent. We're not here to hash out what did or didn't happen. I'm here, some people wake up in jail, they don't know why they're here. Okay. I'm just here to tell you why you're here. So it appears that you're on probation out of Osceola. This is an on-view violation. They're going to file, I will appoint the public defender in the case. I expect they're going to file a violation of probation, formal violation with a warrant. But I will appoint the public defender in the event that they, for some reason, if they don't do it, okay? Good luck. Morning, your name, sir?
Christopher Williams.
Mr. Williams, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for, this is a Volusia County warrant for failing to appear on a charge of trespass. The judge set the bond at $250. If you're able to, you can post bond here in Orange County, get released out of Orange County, and you'll get another court date for Volusia. If you don't post bond, they're going to notify Volusia that you're here, and they'll come get you within 72 hours.
Thank you.
Good luck. Morning, your name, sir?
Willie Lee Chastain Jr., sir.
All right, Mr. Chastain, you're here for initial appearance. This is an let's see. Oh, those are stuck together. Okay. So you were arrested. This is an on-view violation of probation. And you were on probation for burglary of a conveyance and dealing in stolen property. And this is based on the new charge of resisting an officer. Okay. Let me just look at It's orange. Okay, so on the on-view violation, I'm going to stay the bond at none. I've appointed the public defender. Okay. Good luck, sir. Morning, your name, sir?
Morning, Joyce, Michelle.
Mr. Michelle, you're here for initial appearance. You were arrested for a violation of probation. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You were on probation for robbery. Allegations that you violated are that you failed to report to probation. Yeah, it looks like you just never reported. And that you changed your residence without permission, whereabouts unknown. Judge set the bond at none. Good luck. Morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
Marilyn Torres.
Ms. Torres, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a violation of community control. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. You were also arrested for failing to appear, but let's do them one at a time. On the violation of community control, you're on community control for battery of a law enforcement officer or firefighter. Allegations that you violated community control are that you deviated from your pre-approved daily activities. It looks like you left your approved residence. On February the 2nd of last year and February 12th. And then again on February 13th of last year. In addition, actually, we've got multiple dates and times, the same. 13th, February 13th, four times on February 13th. In event, the judge has set the bond at none for the violation of community control. You've also been arrested for failing to appear for a pretrial conference, March the 7th of last year on misdemeanor cases here in Orange County, resisting an officer without violence, false identification of law enforcement, drug paraphernalia. Those have bonds, 1,000 on count 1, 1,000 on count 2, 500 on count 3, so a total of $2,500. But you're going to be held on no bond on the violation of community control. So I'll appoint the public defender in both cases to represent you. Good luck, ma'am.
Thank you.
Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Mr. Anthony Wilson.
Mr. Wilson, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a violation of probation. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. You were on probation for the offense of attempted carjacking.
All right.
Allegations that you violated your probation are that you failed.
No, see, that's the thing, sir.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah. Allegations that you violated are that you failed to report to probation within 72 hours, that you changed your residence without permission, whereabouts unknown. The judge set the bond at none. I've appointed the public defender to represent you, so if you want to get a bond, the attorney can file the appropriate motion with the judge. Okay?
what you say?
Is that exactly? Is that what he said? Good morning. Your name, sir?
Ronnie Francois.
Mr. Francois, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a violation of probation. All right, you were on probation for discharging a firearm on residential property. Allegations that you violated that probation are that you committed new offenses of operating a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license and driving with a suspended driver's license in March of this year, and that you're in arrears on cost of supervision. The judge set the bond on the violation at none, and I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. All right. State, you ready on your 33 demotions?
Yes, Your Honor.
I've got 23 CF 4165, Alvaro Daniel Martinez Torres.
Denied. Information was filed.
It's denied. 23 CF 4851, Eudes Moise Saint Pierre.
Granted. Notice of non-filing.
23 CF 4752, Heather Lorraine Daughtry.
Granted. Case was no billed.
It's granted. 23 CF 4754, Henry Nathaniel Murphy.
Denied, and information was filed.
It's denied. 23 CF 1080, Ty Alexander Mells.
Denied, information was filed.
We start the second session at 11. Able to do that? Is that enough time? A little tight? You tell me when. 11:30? Okay. Start 11:30.